Do you remember boxing promoter Don King? Oh yeah, he's got a lot older, but he got some old problems that can't haunt him in a big way. Says here on Fortune about less than 24 hours ago, legendary boxing promoter Don King is slapped with a $3 billion fraud and defamation suit over Rumble in the Jungle 2. Oh, this should be interesting here. Boxing promoter Don King, known for his work with critics like Muhammad Ali and Mike Tyson, has been named in a civil lawsuit alleging fraud over a failed bid to resurrect Rumble in the Jungle 2 as homage to Ali's famous bout with then undefeated heavyweight George Foreman in 1974. Now, George Foreman got some very, very heavy and very dangerous hands. I mean, he punches hard, and George is a very, very big, strapping man. So if you try to go toe-to-toe with George, your body will regret it. Controversial boxing promoter Don King and his Florida-based production company are being sued by BYD Sports, its CEO Cecil Miller, in a civil challenge alleging fraud, defamation, breach of contract, and other allegations according to a complaint filed in the U.S. District Court for the Southern District of New York. Plaintiffs are seeking damages of $3 billion. That's a lot of money. It made me kind of wonder how much this man's worth. I don't think Don King's worth $3 billion. I don't think so. I'd be surprised, but I don't think he's worth $3 billion. According to the complaint and court documents detailing their interactions, King allegedly encouraged Miller to pursue a 50th anniversary match called Rumble in the Jungle 2 in Africa, which Miller did despite a formal agreement in place. After setting in motion the groundwork for a star-studded series of boxing matches in Nigeria, replete with a wish list of musical events, which are such as John Legend, Alicia Keys, Wyclef Jean, King allegedly bailed when Miller asked him to help promote the event and disavowed Miller before the event could be finalized. He do not want to promote an event like this in Africa? Wow, I'm surprised. Attorney Anthony J.M. Jones, who is representing Miller, said King derailed the event at the final stages after trying to remain on the fringes of planning carried out by Miller. It's confounding when you look at how many people will work with you on this, Jones told Fortune. This is just a sad day for the sport, he said. We are now in 2025. There will never be a chance to do a 50th anniversary of a fight between Foreman and Ali, and to do it in Africa. That's true. It's a sad loss. King did not immediately respond to the request for a comment from Fortune. The court documents in Miller's case suit include a copy of a case of deceased letter identical to the one King posted on his Instagram account. The letter accuses Miller of falsely representing to government officials that King authorized him to stage a Rumble in the Jungle 50th anniversary event. Miller's lawyer denied the claims in the letter, calling it sabotage on King's part. Before the rift, King and Miller were cordial as laid out in the complaint. According to court documents, King told Miller that his past alleged controversies were behind him and that King has embraced religion after his wife's death in 2010. By working with Miller, referred in the complaints as a preacher's son, King could clean up his past reputation, it states. Accordingly, King and Miller struck a deal on behalf of boxing legend Alonzo Big Zo Butler and King's production company. Don King Production, Don King Productions. A subsequent fight took place on August 28, 2021 between Butler and boxer Brandon Spencer. Both Butler and Spencer are now deceased. How unfortunate. After the matchup, King confided in Miller that he was organizing a Rumble in the Jungle 2 event to mark the 50th anniversary of the historic bout between the two titans of boxing. The then underdog Ali faced against the undefeated heavyweight champion George Foreman. The legendary battle, which featured Ali's rope-a-dope strategy that exhausted Foreman by the 8th round, took place on October 30th, 1974. It was now the Democratic Republic of Congo. The event catapulted King into stardom, and Miller was excited to hear about it, the complaint states. As Miller and King struck up a friendly relationship, the complaint states that King gifted Miller a rare coin and spoke with Miller's father and daughter. About a year later, Miller followed up on the stats of the Rumble in the Jungle 2. King, the complaint states, was 92 years old at the time, and Miller believed King needed help in getting the fight organized to take place in Africa in 2024. Now, King is in his 90s, so that, yeah, he's been around for forever. Let's see. Miller claims that BYD sent King a proposal to formalize the agreement, but allegedly never got a written response. However, King carried on asking Miller to verbally how the plan was going, the complaint alleges. It notes Miller brought in bankers from Africa and the United States, and King was aware of the progress on the event. Instead of signing a formal agreement, Miller and King eventually opted to publish a video on social media so King could confirm he was working with Miller according to the plan. So basically, there's no paper trail. King was doing what he does best, covering his behind, even in his old age. In January 2024, King and Miller later discussed Nigeria as a potential venue in tandem with the country's global entrepreneurship festival, which should be pretty good. Ooh, this is like pretty extensive stuff here. Miller's, BYD, and festival representatives entered into the memorandum of understanding for a series of 5 fights to take place before a well-heeled audience is invited. Take place before a well-heeled audience of invited guests, world leaders, and heads of state and industry, the complaint alleges. But in July, the BYD invited King to appear on Zoom to promote the event. King ghosted, allegedly refusing to answer calls and emails from Miller and BYD between July and October, which is sketchy, odd, but sounds like basically Don King wants all the work done, but somehow when things go, he wants all the credit. Sketchy. At this point, Miller claims that he learned King allegedly did not own the rights to Rumble to the Jungle. Oops. Still, Miller pursued the event, exploring licenses the name and pursuing another title. He began to recruit boxing champs to participate in Nigeria along with a pay-per-view partner and potential sponsors. Yet in October, King claims to have no knowledge of Miller's event plans and sent a cease and desist letters to Nigeria officials to state complaints. The fight never took place. Ooh. The complaint states that the fight between Ali and Foreman grossed $100 million at the time, with more than 1 billion viewers globally. That's a lot of people. The amount equals to $600 million a day. The complaint seeks damages in the amount of $2.4 billion in prospective damages and a formal letter of apology. Good luck in getting both. So, folks, what do you think about this? Don King, even in his old age, does it again. What are your thoughts and opinions on this here? I'll post a link on that as well. Look up Rumble in the Jungle, the first one, Ali versus Foreman, and the old classic, rope-a-dope. So basically, you got clubbed by a gorilla till he's tired, then you come back and you beat the gorilla. How crazy is that? So, like I said, leave your thoughts and opinions in the comments down below. Peace.